Okay, so in our first video we looked at 4 or 5 different robots. We did the regular robot that just follows commands, a second robot that's whiskers, third robot that is shoots the photons, and then there was another robot which escapes my memory right now. But today I want to introduce 2 new robots that we put together over the holiday break, and we're going to start working with in January, with our club meetings in January. This guy is, let's call him the groper. He has handles here where he can pick up objects and drop them off. I've programmed a little routine for him to follow. Let me get something you can zoom in on the robot. So I'm going to put him on power 1, and then moving forward a couple seconds. He's coming forward, pick up the piece of paper, close his hands, come over to the edge, dropped it off, close his hands, back up, victory dance, clap your hands, and then go back to the starting position. And then he stops and waits for another command. So here, the construction of the robot took about an hour, hour and a half, but it's the programming that's tricky, the basic programming, as is the case with all these. And I know in January through June we're going to spend 90% of our time programming and less time actually building the robots. So I have him programmed to do that routine. This guy we call Zippy, and these are my nicknames. I don't know why I call him Zippy, but I think you'll get the idea in a minute. He shoots out little sound waves, and when the sound waves come back to his receptor, he knows that he's close to a wall, and as a consequence will turn around. So he, like Whiskers and like the photon shooter, cannot get stuck in the corner. He'll stay in the middle and not get stuck in a corner and keep revving his motor as he approaches a wall. So Zippy's pretty cool. So let's see what he does here. He sees my hand, he does a 360. When he sees my hand on that side, he turns right. When he sees my hand on this side, he turns left. So he is going to stay out of corners, and he's going to go straight until he does reach an object, and then he'll turn around. So if he sees my hand, he does a pretty bad 360, isn't it? So I got to check that program. So he, just like Whiskers and the photon shooter, will stay out of corners because he can sense walls and obstacles. So we could put this guy in an extensive maze, and this is what they do in competitions. We could put him in an extensive maze with a lot of left and right hand turns, and he could go to the start area and get to the end area by going through the maze just by using sound waves. And Whiskers could do the same thing, and the photon shooter can do the same thing. So those are 2 new robots. We really want to get them off the ground in January, February, and March, and then in the spring we'll start talking seriously about competitions. So that's it. High school club meets every Thursday, and the middle school meets twice a month, and you should have the schedules for that. Okay, that's it.